Hello darlings, and welcome to the morning after the night before. It is, what day is it? Oh, it's Tuesday, good Lord, it's Tuesday, and it is early afternoon, and it is autumn, bit chilly. Gosh, what a productive day I'm having. Lots of lovely videos being uploaded for your delectation and delight, or possibly annoyance. And I have had an absolutely splendid lunch, and I will shortly be going in the bath. Thank you. Hello my lovelies, and you join me back in Barney for the old daily slog back to the restaurant. Well done, Barney. Is it my imagination, or did that turn over just a little bit slowly again? Possibly overthinking things. There we are. Right, well, let's get to work, and I want to... Oh, gently Bentley. There we go. Come on, Barney, do it under your impact. There we go. Now, I apologise for not being with you much today. I've kind of been busy. There's the fleet in all of its glory. Kind of been busy because lots of footage from yesterday, and I've been quite enjoying working through it, working out what's going to make what video, so on and so on and so on. Some of you will already have seen the daily diary, which I thought was slightly above what is a very low average for the type. And this evening in the 2020 slot, what do I mean this evening? This isn't going to go out until tomorrow morning, is it? So there's no point in it. I can't talk about the future because it'll be the past. And in the 2020 slot, you will have seen a video on the cars that are for sale. Now, there are a few things I would like to take from yesterday. Again, looking stunning, but here in the peak. A little bit chilly though, quite a low sun. Gosh, the clocks are going to be going back soon, aren't they? Oh, hello. Well, wait there, mate. Wait there, so I can... Good lad. Good lad. Thank you very much, lady. Good lady. Couple of things to take from yesterday. And I still haven't cleaned this windscreen, have I? Tut, tut, tut. Right, one thing to take from yesterday, I don't know what you thought, but I thought the new phone made a massive difference with recording in Mingebag. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but my God, it was a massive improvement on any recording we've done before. So that image stabilization, it's kind of doing its thing, and again, you should probably be the people to judge rather than me, but I think that footage was perfectly workable, perfectly okay, broadcastable, one might say. God, that's so beautiful this afternoon. So yeah, that's one thing to take, and that's massively encouraging. But another thing to take, the cars that we've got for sale. Maybe because I'm not there all the time, but fair play to us. We've amassed quite a nice little clutch of, really quite nice, desirable cars that are available for sale. So I'm just going to very unhumbly, I know that's not a word, but with a complete lack of humility, I'm just going to give Mustard and me and the unknown banker a little pat on the back, because we've kind of transformed that yard, and it's going to be transformed still further, but more on that later. that view there, it's just worth getting on film, isn't it? I think in many ways, autumn is the most beautiful of the seasons. Spring is all about new life and hope, and that's wonderful. But autumn is the season of colours, and gosh, I don't know. It's just unfortunate that it's also the season of bloody shorter, colder days, which is the less pleasant aspect of it. I should also mention just what a complete joy Minchbag was to drive yesterday. I honestly think that car is the most fun that I've had since I left the motor trade properly. Genuinely, it is just an insane amount of fun. I reckon I could spend the next 20 years, if I'm blessed with another 20 years, just driving Fs and TFs. They are fantastic. I can't understand why everybody hasn't got one. I wonder how many more weeks I've got of driving to work in daylight. Not all that many, I suspect. When do the clocks go? It's coming up, isn't it? Gosh. It is this month, isn't it? It's October, towards the end of October. So, God, it's not next Sunday, is it? It's not that soon. Maybe it is. Dear me, that's frightening, isn't it? Oh well. The world goes on, does it not? And let's see what the world of Kathmandu Gurkha has in store for us tonight. Oh, well, there's been a food delivery, and therefore prep will be carrying on at pace, no doubt. Let's get in and have a look. Oh, Barney's done a thing. I haven't filmed much in the restaurant lately, have I, my lovelies? So we'll have a little bit of a catch up. It is Tuesday night. We've had a few people in tonight. One larger party, some smaller parties. The guys in the kitchen, let's go and have a look at them. They're working hard doing their Tuesday night prep. Let's have a look. Yeah. There's Ram making one of the base sauces. Prem's working hard over there. We've got fresh ginger in that Boaty. And young Sabana here. Now hands that do dishes can be soft as your face. With bright green fairy liquid. And we do actually use fairy liquid, believe it or not. It used to be a television advert in the 1970s for washing up liquid.
Was it fairy still?
Yeah, fairy liquid. Yeah. It is like the best known washing up liquid. And oh, here's a question. Right.
What's that?
What is the best known washing up liquid in Nepal?
Washing up, we call it surf.
Surf.
Yes, you are a surf.
Okay.
Or Ariel.
Alien.
A-R-I-E-L.
Oh, Ariel.
They are not the Nepalese.
Oh, hang on. We have surf and we have Ariel, but they're not washing up liquids. Those are washing powders for clothes.
Oh, okay. We don't do have dishwasher mostly. We use the washing soap instead of liquid.
Okay.
So the most popular one is the Rich.
Right.
R-I-C-S, Rich.
Right.
So whenever you go in Nepal and ask, can I get the Rich sabun? We call it shawun in Nepali for the show.
Okay.
The silver and silver small packet of blue cover show. It costs only around 5-6 rupees, not
5 or 6 rupees. So that's what, about
let me
half a pence? Less than that?
30 pence.
30 pence. 6 rupees, 30 pence.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting mixed up. It's a very multicultural channel, mine, isn't it? You learn all sorts of things. You don't get this on Hubnut or Furious Driving. They never teach you about Asian countries' washing up habits. You only get this with me, you lucky people. Oh, now then, something that has happened since you saw this young man last time. He is now the proud owner of an iPhone 15 Pro Max. And he said to me, I hate Apple phone. I only like, what's the other one?
Which I do like. Android.
Android, that's it.
So I'm still using the Android instead of iPhone.
Are you?
iPhone is only for show.
So you paid £1,500 for a phone that you don't actually...
1,398.
Bloody hell.
Because it has the space around 512 GB.
Right.
I think I'm thinking of selling it to somebody else.
Yeah, well,
And
don't look at me, mate. I can't afford iPhone 15.
Get me the latest Android phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're not converted to iPhone?
I'm not used to that. It's like it has good features, but compared to Android, it's not that good. Because we can use the third-party app on Android.
Oh, controversial. Controversial. You heard it here first. iPhone, no good. Gosh, that was a quiet night, my lovelies. A quiet night. I wasn't idle though. I did, when I wasn't chatting to you, I took my iPad with me tonight, and as we were quiet, I sat down and caught up with some admin work, did some marketing stuff, did some marketing material, caught up with replying to reviews on TripAdvisor and various other places, updated some online stuff, so can't claim to have worked my balls off tonight, but I wasn't entirely idle either. And of course the guys have got all of the prep done. So let's get home, and quite looking forward to tonight's live stream actually. Yes.
A wider war in the Middle East, and he of course is a candidate for president. What's at stake for him in this?
Well, I think that for the U.S. what needs to happen, and for the Biden administration, what needs to happen is that this military operation come to a relatively quick end. I know the Israelis talk about weeks, months, years in front of them. I don't think that that's feasible. It needs to be ended relatively soon. And with relatively low levels of civilian casualties. And if the president can do that, I think it will be a strong demonstration of his foreign policy understanding and skill. And then, again, I think that it's equally important that the president have a plan and be able to proceed to do something to address not only the situation in Gaza, but the Israeli-Palestinian situation writ large.
Gerald Firestein, former Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Near Eastern Affairs, thanks very much for joining us. Coming up later on The World Tonight, we'll be hearing from a student at the University of Cambridge who credits his success with the support he received while attending a pupil referral unit.
I'm so lucky to have had that, and I'm proud to have been part of that, and I'm proud now that I could look and go for a write-off to one of the most fantastic institutions in the world.
That's coming up later, but first, disorder, disorder. That is the mood around the post of Speaker of the US House of Representatives at the moment. In the weeks since a small group of hard-right Republicans forced out the previous incumbent, Kevin McCarthy, there have been frantic efforts to find a consensus candidate. It is a key job, not just for the legislative agenda in America, but because the Speaker is second in line for the US presidency after the Vice President. While Republicans who have a small majority in the House have rejected one other moderate candidate, Steve Scalise. Tonight the chamber has been voting on their latest choice, Jim Jordan, a Trump-endorsed congressman on the right of the party. Well, all the Democratic Party representatives united behind their candidate, the chamber's minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries, and the result of the first round of voting was announced by the acting Speaker, Patrick McHenry.
The tellers agree in their tallies that the total number of votes cast is 432, of which the Honorable Jim Jordan of the state of Ohio has received 200 votes. The Honorable Hakeem Jeffries of the state of New York has received 212 votes. No person having received a majority of the whole number of votes cast by surname, the Speaker has not been elected.
Not elected. Well, Katie Edmondson is congressional correspondent for the New York Times. One vote, and that's it today, I think, Katie. Where does this leave us?
That's right. Well, it leaves us another day with the House paralyzed and really plunged into chaos as it has been ever since a couple weeks ago. A small clutch of hard-right Republicans moved to oust Kevin McCarthy. Now, we are expecting another vote on Jim Jordan for Speaker tomorrow morning. Mr. Jordan announced that he would have lawmakers return to the House floor to take another vote. But really the question at this point is whether Mr. Jordan will see any momentum, whether he'll pick up any votes on tomorrow morning on that vote, or if in fact he's going to lose votes, lose some of the support that he actually established during today's vote.
Yes, because there were quite a few Republicans who were not at all comfortable about having him as Speaker. He is very much President Trump's man, isn't he? And some of those more moderate Republicans, they voted, I guess, that way today, don't want him.
That's right. We saw 20 Republicans ultimately vote for people other than Jim Jordan to reject him as Speaker of the House. And we saw those 20 Republicans really fall into two groups. One are sort of senior veteran lawmakers who see themselves very much as protectors of the establishment, someone who does not want to some people who do not want to see someone like Mr. Jordan, who has a reputation as a rabble-rouser and as an anti-establishment guy, come into power. And the other group of Republicans we saw oppose his bid for speakership are Republicans who are in tough seats facing tough re-election next year, Republicans who represent districts that President Biden in fact won in 2020, and it seems difficult to winnow those groups down, for Mr. Jordan to winnow those groups down.
Right, I mean, just tell us a bit about him. What do people need to know?
Well, I think most people will probably identify Mr. Jordan as being one of former President Trump's chief allies, chief defenders on the Hill, who really rose to prominence defending former President Donald Trump during both impeachments. But he was really a guy who swept to power during the Tea Party era, someone who was vociferously anti-spending, anti-tax, anti-government. He was a real thorn in the side of House Republican leaders during those Tea Party years.
Which is the early part of the Obama presidency we're talking about.
Yes, that's correct. He in fact helped lead efforts to shut the government down during the Obama presidency, and so a lot of these veteran lawmakers that we've been talking about remember that and don't want to see him as Speaker.
Well, for the moment he's not. We will see what transpires tomorrow. For the time being, Katie Edmondson, congressional correspondent for the New York Times. Thanks.
Okay, my lovelies, here we go. Here we go. Another day, mostly done. What the hell? Oh God, it was in my mirror, silly man. Thought I was seeing a UFO then. It's bloody street light in the mirror. Oh, hello.
18-year-old George Bulldozer didn't get the memo. Instead, the former PRU pupil from Milton Keynes got 3 A stars in his A-levels. He's just started a degree in history and politics.
Okay, my lovelies, that is it for today. Thanks so much for your company. As always, I wish you all a safe and peaceful night, and have a great day tomorrow.
Which is an honest and indescribably.
Much love. Good night. See you next time.
Would throw one of its curveballs.
Clarkson's Farm.
An hour.
Momo.
The water would need pumping out before I could carry on.
And a warming plate.
That's a little plan.
Happy days.